I'm a mom, literally. What's up guys, it's your girl Mel, and if you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, hi. I know it's been a minute. I took a little break because I just gave birth to my baby boy, Luca. So with doing that, before, like I said, during my pregnancy, I wanted to incorporate a lot more, kind of like maternity, mother lifestyle videos in addition to the hair videos. We're still going to keep doing beauty and hair content, but that didn't go as planned. But now after having him, and like I feel like I just learned so much in this like little span of time about motherhood, I definitely want to share, want to just like talk to you guys. I don't know, like just kind of make this like my little virtual journal as well, because motherhood's a lot, guys. I am not even gonna front, lie. I had certain expectations of how this would be, and I am now realizing it is completely different. I want to start by having my first video be kind of like my birth story, because I see like a lot of other creators do that, and I'm like, I think that's just like a good fresh start. Also because the way I planned for my birth and delivery to go, it did not go that way. So I just kind of want to share my experience with you guys, how things were for me. So for like, new moms that are pregnant in their last days, you can kind of like watch this video and, get just some reference and opinion of how things went for me. And if you already had your baby, probably you had a similar experience, or your emotions or feelings were the same, and you just find this video relatable. Whatever your purpose is, I just want to share, and sharing also helps me with my healing and just kind of, with my healing. So due date. So Luca was due August, I have to remember the due date and not his birthday. He was due August 31st. So before, I was hoping that was the 40th week. So I saw like, a lot of babies come during the 39th week, or at least I'd be having like some signs of labor, losing my mucus plug, something like that. So from the 39th week, I wasn't really seeing like much signs of him coming at all. Literally my whole family, like we did bets and stuff on like what date he was gonna come, and the dates were just like flying by and still no sign of him. So his due date was on a Monday. The Friday, I'd say the Friday or the Thursday, I started feeling some contractions at night, like painful contractions. I was so sure that he was gonna come. Like me and my husband were up all night, and then in the morning, I was with my mom, we were walking, like even our neighbor saw us and was like, hey, the baby's not here yet. And we're like, yeah, the baby's gonna be here in a couple of hours. Like I'm having such bad contractions. Of course, still Luca did not come. So then Monday came. I was like, probably he'll just come on his due date. Still didn't come. So I had an elective induction scheduled for the following Tuesday, just in case he didn't come, because I was just like, I know I'm at the end and I know it can get busy sometimes, and I don't want like another day pregnant. So this is also something that I want to make you guys aware of when scheduling inductions, because this was new to me, but apparently it happens all the time. So we had the induction scheduled, and when we arrived to the hospital, like I was ready that morning, mentally prepared. It was 8 a.m. They said there's no rooms available. Like apparently a lot of people just went into labor overnight. And the hospital I gave birth at is kind of like a smaller, like everyone has like their individual rooms. None of the rooms are shared, so there's limited space. So we got sent back home, and they're like, they don't really know for sure when a room is going to be open. We were just kind of like left in waiting, and that was so crushing because I was already mentally prepared that day to give birth, and I was just like, dang. But apparently that is something normal that could happen. So unless the induction is like medically necessary, you will kind of get pushed to the back burner. Obviously, if people are in like active labor, because that's like more important than like starting labor for you, or an induction or C-section that is like medically necessary. So just remember that. We were even looking into changing hospitals because I was just like, I don't want to wait any longer. Like I was just so impatient. I couldn't do much at that point. Like you're just so big and you're just ready to meet your baby. Wednesday I went in for the induction, and throughout this video I'm going to insert clips because we did take like some footage at the hospital on my phone, so I'll like go ahead and insert clips of that as well so you guys kind of see how it was. So Jamal's here right now. My mom's there in the corner charging her phone. Yeah. So we pretty much did all the paperwork, paid and everything before. Then we went back into the room. First thing they did, because I want to like give you guys all the steps. So you want to make sure you eat like a good breakfast because you're not able to eat after they start the process. So I had a good breakfast. You're able to drink water, but you can drink water like Gatorade and soda. It was weird, the stuff you could drink, but I didn't drink any soda.
Okay, so I'm having my lunch, which is Jello. Not allowed to really eat anything else much. And I ate Jello, but the red one is at least better than the orange one. So yeah, can't wait to have some real food.
Oh, that's fine.
I cannot
eat.
eat.
More modeling pictures.
Okay, I can't eat. He could not hold it out. He decided to eat. Okay, wait. But the water and Gatorade, yeah. So they pretty much first do a cervix exam. Y'all. When I say my hoo-ha is sensitive, when they did the first cervix check, this is just to check if you're dilated, which is they just put their hand in there. It was so uncomfortable. But when I thought it couldn't get any more uncomfortable is after that they do the first round of medication, which is supposed to kind of start labor, like loosen your cervix. You're gonna start getting contractions. So pretty much when she put her hand in there, I was just 1 centimeter dilated, nothing more than that. So so they went ahead and they did the first round of medication.
So right now, guys, I'm on a ball. So when I came in, I was 1 centimeter, like 1.5 centimeters dilated, and having contractions already. So they inserted the pill vaginally, or whatever. That hurt a lot. I was crying, but my mom was by my side. But you have to usually stay in the bed for like an hour and a half and not move. So the hour and a half has passed. I just used the bathroom, and yeah, now I'm just I get checked again at about 1:30. So I get to be out of bed for a little, drink some water, and yeah, so it's just a waiting game.
And so if you're lucky, one time it should work. If not, then, 2 times, but they don't really go over like 3 times. So the first round, they pretty much take the medication and they put it behind your cervix. Yeah, I think that's what they did. Don't quote me on anything. I'm not like a medical professional. This is just based on my memory. A lot happened that day, so like sometimes things are just a blur. And I also have a newborn. But they put it behind your cervix, and I was squirming so much. Like literally, like tears were coming to my eyes. Like it felt so painful for me, and I felt like this is something no one else talked about. So I'm like, I want to mention this in my video. If you're someone that's just like more on the sensitive side down there, it's not comfortable at all. The second time, I was still only 1.5 centimeters dilated. Keep in mind, y'all, this was, no, they checked and they checked and did the second round of medication. Still 1 centimeters dilated. So I was like, okay, hopefully the second round, it'll work. We'll get a little farther. No. Third round, no. 12 hours later, still 1 centimeters dilated. So, and at that point, I already got the epidural because I was able, you can get the epidural at any time. So she was like, because you're so sensitive with the cervix check, if you want to get the epidural, you won't really feel it. So now for me personally, I don't know if I just wasn't numb enough or this is how the epidural works, but my legs were super numb, but my hoo-ha was like, I still felt sensation because they put the catheter in as well, and I still felt that. Like, it wasn't, I watched a lot of videos where people are like, oh yeah, like they're on cloud nine, they took a nap, they didn't feel anything. Like, the contractions, no, I didn't feel, but I felt the catheter in me, and I still felt the cervical exams. So apparently you still have to feel a little something to push the baby out, but I don't know, I just felt like I felt a lot of something still, and I was like, I'm definitely gonna feel this baby busting through me. So the doctor walked in, and the doctors changed shifts, so a new doctor walked in and was like, you know, I see how you act with those cervical exams. Do you know where the baby's gonna come from? And I'm like, I don't think I thought about that before, but now I'm thinking about that, and I just don't know, like, I don't know. And I had lots of months to think about this. So he pretty much let me know, because like I said, 12 hours had already passed. The medicine is not softening my cervix, but the contractions were really, really high, so they couldn't give me any more. I would essentially just have to sit there and wait, because once you start the inducement process, it's not like you could be like, well, okay, it didn't work, let me go home now and just wait for the baby to come naturally. Like, no, you kind of just have to wait in the hospital. So he was letting me know, he was like, you know, if you wanted to do a C-section, you can. It's not off the tables, which I didn't know that. I thought I just had to follow through with this process. And I was panicking at that point because I'm just like, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be here. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna have to wait. And if I'm being honest with myself, I don't know if I can deliver a child vaginally. Came and he let me know that. He was like, go ahead, think about it for a little, and then he'll come back. So as soon as he came back in the room, I was like, and he's like, you know, what have you decided on? I was like, cut this baby the bleep out of me. Get this baby out of me. I don't care, cut it out. Especially was like, how long is it gonna take? And he's like, 10 minutes. I was like, say less, say less. I would be sitting here waiting forever. And it takes only 10 minutes to cut him out of me. Cut him out of me. I don't care. I'm done. Don't wanna be here forever. So I said that, things went so speedy. Like, they came in, they gave me more medicine. Also, I wanted to mention too, like, the guy who did the epidural, like, I won't say any names, I don't remember his name anyway, and I won't say where I delivered at, but the anesthesiologist, yeah, he was so rude. Like, I'm literally sitting there like, okay, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, and he's like giving me the epidural and on the phone talking, and I'm like, my husband's like, can this man, like, can you guys say something to him or something? Like, it was just like so rude. But I heard some of those people are just weird anyway. He did do a good job distributing my epidural though, not gonna lie. I don't know how, when he was having the whole conversation. But he came in, he put more of it in me, and I was like so drugged up and loopy. Oh, I also want to mention, just going back a few steps, before I got more of the epidural, the epidural in general, the like initial dosage of it, it makes you shake. Like, I was shaking uncontrollably, like a lot. So that's something too that I experienced. So once they gave me more, I was like really, really loopy. I wasn't shaking as much. I was kind of like in and out of it. They gave my husband the little scrubs and stuff to wear, and then they just took us right into the room. Like, it was just like go time, game time, but also it's a surgery, so they can't really be slow or leave you open that long or anything like that. So they took me into another room, they put a blue sheet up, and I couldn't see what was going on, but my husband was in the room and he watched the whole thing. And it was literally like, I felt no pain at all. You feel nothing. You just feel like the pressure, the tugging, that's about it. But I was so drugged up and I was kind of like in and out of sleep. I don't really remember much of it. I just remember once they put the baby up, and he wasn't, another thing too, the baby doesn't really cry initially during a C-section. So when they took him out, he just wasn't doing anything, but then I guess they got him to cry and they put him over the blue sheet, and I just remember his little face, and it was actually kind of terrifying because he was full of like blood, and he pooped during the process, and it's kind of gross, and he was just like like, and I was like, what the frick? But then they cleaned him up a little. No, this was before they even cleaned him up. They just took his face and they put it next to mine, and oh my god, guys, like the initial feeling of that is just I can't even explain it. It's like the high of the drugs went away, like the pain from earlier, everything just went away, and it was just like I was like, oh my god, this is my baby, like he's real, he's out, like it just it was like love at first sight, just like immediate deep love. So my husband and him exited the room. They went and got him cleaned up, brought me back to the room, and I had like medication after and stuff. And we stayed in the hospital. Yeah, I had medication after. So we stayed in the hospital for about, I think it was 3 days. Not too long. I think 2 nights. Yeah, 2 nights. It wasn't long because the baby was really good. They did all his checks and everything there. I was recovering pretty well as well. I mean, it was still crappy once that medication wears off. Like the soreness from the C-section is real. Like you could barely walk, like you're really, really hunched over. You still have the catheter in for a few days, but that's another thing. So once they take that catheter out, I personally had like, I didn't know when I needed to pee because it kind of just like pees, like collects the pee for you. I didn't know when I needed to pee and my bladder got really, really full and it was painful, but like I couldn't push the pee out. Like it was just really, really weird. But after a few hours that kind of adjusted and it wasn't the same. I think, what is he doing? Sorry guys, I hear my baby crying. Oh, he's changing him. Yeah. So after, yeah, so that happened. And then you have all the other like minor, I guess I'd say like difficulties, because like the baby's crying, you're all in the same room, like it all just happened really fast. And then I'm kind of trying like to latch and get him to breastfeed as well, but I'm very loopy off the medication. I'm in a lot of pain, like in and out of sleep, and still like trying to feed him. Like that part was kind of difficult, is like your mobility is really limited in the beginning, and that was kind of like just mentally hard for me, and physically hard. But I still don't regret my decision. I definitely feel like if I was like to go back in time, I probably would have scheduled a C-section anyway, or just like moving forward for my next births, I'd probably just go that route. I wouldn't say going back in time, because I like to try things first and know like, hey, I tried, and if it wasn't for me, it wasn't for me, and then, you know, go on to the next thing. But at least I can say I tried. But definitely moving forward, if I have any more kids, I would definitely just do a C-section instead of trying natural. That's just me. But yeah, and Jamal? 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 Oh, where's Luca? Oh, can you bring him?
So, you prayed in that child?
Oh, wow. He's kind of matching.
Matching what?
Me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. And this is my little creation, my little Luca. It was so worth it. Let me take the binky out of his mouth.
Our creation.
But I'm doing...
Oh, yes, of course.
We'll get in the video. Well, you look kind of crazy, but you can get in the video.
No, I don't want to get in the video. I do look crazy. But it's our creation, so...
I know, Jamal,
okay.
But I'm doing my birth story. It was my birth story because I birthed him.
Our?
My birth story.
Yes. My.
Let's see, we'll take it out. This is my little Luca, my little twin-in-um. He's so cute and so sweet, and he's trying to eat his fist now. I don't know why, because I know he's not hungry. But yeah, this is my boo-boo. He likes to take naps. His favorite artist is Barry White. Okay, I'm gonna give you back to Dad now. This was just your little cameo. Aww. But yeah, guys, so what?
You can have him. You can keep him.
Okay, let me keep him for a little, because he's not making any noise.
Now, I'm all the way in the office. You're gonna have to scream for me or call me.
It's okay. Can you close back the door? Whee! Okay. He's kind of quiet for now, so we'll just keep him in the video for a little. And he'll just sit here with Mama. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about, last but not least, is like the healing once you come home. Oh, I'm so hot. From a C-section. That part is crappy. You definitely want like a good support system. Don't resist help. Like if you have it, take it, because it's tough. Like you're in pain, you're trying to care for the baby, you're trying to get rest, clean bottles, clean yourself, clean the baby, just doing a whole bunch of things and adjusting to motherhood. And postpartum is real, and that crap will hit you and knock you down on your feet, because it really hit me, and I never dealt with depression or anything like that before. But it really taught me like to accept health. So the recovery on a C-section is about 6 to 8 weeks. I am 3 going on 4 weeks in. I feel a lot better, but I've been taking it pretty easy. Movement helps, walking. If you're pumping or breastfeeding, that helps as well to like heal the scar. Drinking lots of water, a clean diet, what else? Warm showers, a little like stool thing too, to go like into your bed. I could definitely make a video like more in depth about C-section recovery, because I feel like I've like figured out a lot of stuff that makes it better and easier. But it's just like too much to add to this specific video, because how long are we? 21 minutes already. Yeah, it's just too much to add to this specific video. And I'm also getting hungry because I'm pumping, and you just have to eat so much to feed this little one. But yeah, guys, so that is about it. I just want to make it short, sweet, and simple. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and you will definitely be seeing more of baby Luca on this. I want to do like a little nursery tour or something, because I didn't get to do that, but his nursery is so cute. Oh, mush. But yeah, that's about it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next video. Oh, and comment below and let me know your birth experience, or any questions you have for me about mine. I'd really love to chit chat. It helps to chit chat with people, to build a community of mothers, and mothers are just so amazing. Like, you guys just give, I'm part of the motherhood now, but the best tips. And yeah, I'd love to chit chat, so comment below and let me know. Love you guys, and thank you for always watching and supporting my videos. Say bye, Luca. Bye. Say bye, baby. Oh, you're like, I just want my passy. I just want my passy. Okay.